This is match day 74 from Shea Stadium in New York. Bob Ojeda, he's 7-2, but his ERA is 4.53. He's going to pitch for the Mets against Eric Hilges, who's 3-7 and just had a terrible season. For Oakland, they're 38-35. For the Mets, they're a little bit better, but when you take a look at the standings, the New York Mets first. Oakland has a 1-game lead over the Tigers, and the Tigers have a 1-game lead over the Expos and Rays. Remember, the top two make the playoffs. On the other side, you have the 86 Mets, who are 2 back of the Orioles and only 1 above the Blue Jays. Oh, you got to be looking at that. This is an incredible. This is very big now. Those two, that's the standings. You can see 74 games. This will be number 74 of 100. They're all chasing each other. The Orioles, the Mets are now chasing the Orioles. The Orioles have won 3. The Mets have lost 3. So we're about ready to go here. The New York Mets and the Oakland A's from Shea Stadium. Give me a second while I change some of the views. All right, we're going to be ready to go from Shea Stadium. Shea Stadium in New York. And here's Johnny Damon. It'll be Damon, Volpone, and Giambi, all hitting well below 300. All the A's are below 300. You're going to have a couple correction games. And correction games are games where you're going to see like them score 10 runs apiece. But here's Ojeda, and we're underway here in Shea Stadium in New York. On the ground, and right to first. That was easy, 1 out. The third pitch, and that's Wonders. That'll be 1 out. Well, Wonders at first base. Here's Volpone, the shortstop. And Volpone will be up. That'll be to right field. And underneath, that'll be a base hit. So Volpone will get the first here in the first inning. He was only hitting .218, 14 home runs, and 39 RBI. Just give me 1 second right here while I put the screenshot in there. There we go. Makes it look a lot better. Jason Giambi at first base. This will be to right field and a base hit. There's going to be 2 on with nobody out. They throw home, and it'll be first and third. So Oakland looking good. Maybe this is the correction game we were talking about. Eric Chavez now. He's a third baseman. Hitting .294, 18 home runs, 67 RBI. Struck out, Chavez, 2 out. They didn't get the sacrifice there, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, first and third, Menachino at second. Walked them, and now the bases are loaded. Here in the top of the first inning, Bob Ojeda with trouble. Here's Jeremy Giambi, the left fielder. Bases loaded. High, pop fly. Is it going to drop? And it will not. It'll be caught. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Oakland got nothing out of that. Bottom of the first inning, Dykstra, Bachman, Strawberry. Mitchell, Carter, Howard Johnson, Ray Knight, Mookie Wilson, and I believe it's Tim Wonders. There's a lot of good hitting there. Howard Johnson having an off year. But the first pitch here, and that'll be to right field and a base hit. So right there, very beginning, that's Lenny Dykstra. He's fast. Bottom of the first, Hilgis is pitching. Here's Wally Bachman. Bachman now. This will be to left field. And underneath it is way back. It'll be caught, one out. They're not going to move Dykstra. That's Giambi with the catch, one out. They lead by 1 game over the Detroit Tigers. And that's a mess in that division, but it's a good thing. Here's Darrell. Hitting .305. Oh, they're going to steal second. They throw to second, and Dykstra makes it. Dykstra makes it, bottom of the first inning, 1 out. Hilgis again to Darrell. Struck him out, and that'll be 2 outs. And I don't know if it's a bad pitch. It was already in the strike zone. Here's Kevin Mitchell. They got Dykstra on second, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. That'll be a looper. Will it hit the ground? It will not. It'll be caught. We go to the second inning. It's Oakland and New York scoreless. Hernandez, Long, and Ortiz. Here's Ramon Hernandez, the catcher. Bob Ojeda. And that'll be ball 4. And Hernandez will go to first. Terrence Long in right field. He's kind of sneering. He's not having a great year, and he strikes out, 1 out. This is a big game for both these teams. There's a lot of pennant races going on. This is number 74. That'll be on the ground. Could be 6-4-3. There's 6-4-3, and that'll be the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Oakland and New York still scoreless. Hilgis with 16 pitches in that first inning. And here comes Gary Carter, the catcher. We'll keep you informed of all the pennant races. This is match day number 74. Tomorrow will be 3/4. Number 75, and that'll be big. A strikeout there. Carter is done, 1 out. The reason why we have 2 in there instead of just a division winner is if one of these teams had the 2 best teams in baseball, which might happen. And the pitch, that'll be to left field. This will go all the way to the wall, and it's going to set New York up great here, and it'll be a double. A double here in the bottom of the second inning with 1 out. Howard Johnson was hitting terribly, and now he's hitting really well now. 1 out, 1 on, Ray Knight. Let me tell you right now, and I know this is crazy, but, you know, the Anaheim Angels right now are number 1, and the Dodgers behind them are number 2. So you couldn't leave the Dodgers behind them out of it, because that would be a great series if they ended up being 1-2. Here's Ray Knight, the DH. Struck him out, 2 outs. Every time somebody's getting somebody in scoring position, they can't knock him in. Here's Mookie, left field. And Mookie Wilson on the ground. Should be 4-3, and it is. That's the end of 2 innings. We're still scoreless, tied in number of hits. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Detroit leading Houston. Houston's in a free fall. Tampa Bay leading Philadelphia. Tampa Bay is also there. The Rays, the Phillies are trying to get back in it. Detroit leading Pittsburgh at 91. You never know there. 5th inning, no hitter going there. Anaheim and Philadelphia are tied. Those are two good teams, top of the fifth. LA and Washington, New York and New York. Pittsburgh in 1960, they're tied. Cleveland is in a pennant race. It's 2-2. Montreal is down 3-1. That is a team that we're looking for, that the Oakland A's got to look out for. The Baltimore Orioles in 1970. They played Kansas City in 1980. That's a big game for the Mets. Pittsburgh, they're 1-0. They're winning 1-0. Sorry, but Kansas City, the base is loaded. Toronto in 93. That is a huge game. Pittsburgh is 79, trying to get a step up and a game back, but they're playing against the Brewers. Finals, Chicago beat Arizona. That's huge for them. They're pulling away. New York is beating Boston, and New York beat Boston of 04. They're trying to make a comeback. Seattle loses, and that is big. Seattle loses, and we'll go from here. So Ojeda against Johnny Damon. He struck him out. 1 out, top of the third. And Miguel Volpini 1 for 1. Miguel Volpini is a shortstop hitting .221. That'll be a looper, and that'll be a base hit. So Oakland trying to get one team at least in the playoffs. And that would be this 01 team. 89 is having just a terrible season, and the 72 one's terrible also. Giambi's 1 for 1. 1 on, 1 out. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2. Top of the third, 2 outs, and here's Eric Chavez, 0 for 1. Bob Ojeda struck him out again. Oh my! We go to the bottom of the third. Oakland nothing, New York nothing. A lot of times this seems like rote factory work. And then near the end of the regular season, things happen. Tim Wonders, he's at first. And Hyjolis, it'll be on the ground. This should be 6-3, and they got him 1 out. And right, it was a good throw from Chavez to Giambi. Still no hitter, bottom of the fifth at Shea. Lenny Dykstra's 1 for 1. Oh, when we see the playoffs, that's going to be exciting. To left field. And underneath, it'll be 2 outs. We're building up. That's a crescendo. Who's going to make it? Here's Wally Bachman.
Everybody,
He'll
clap
just
your hands.
still in. He's moving. Bachman, a high pop fly. And underneath, they make the catch. We go to the 4th inning. We're scoreless at 0. You know, it's always interesting in the beginning of these games. As Menachino walked in the 1st inning, it's always very interesting. And then all of a sudden, when you start getting the full story and go to the playoffs and the playoffs, good to see Legend Sports Universe keep on going. That's the way I did it. I lost 110 pounds in 7 months. Oh, that's the way you got to do it. Get your routine. Listen to some sports. Have some fun. I had to take today off of the gym because there could have been ugly protests everywhere, and I don't feel like driving through people throwing rocks. Frank Menachino, second base. And Ojeda, Menachino. This will be another third to first throw. That's a tough throw to make. But Howard Johnson, that's why you see great defensive third basemen. And here's Jeremy Giambi. Giambi, the left fielder. And high pop fly underneath. And underneath, near the wall, 2 outs. Lenny got back there. He is fast. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning, and here's Bob Ojeda against Ramon Hernandez, the catcher. He also walked in the 2nd inning, hitting .263. High pop fly. Western College football tonight. Washington and Colorado as the catch is made. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still scoreless. Colorado's 2-0. Washington is 0-2. And something's got to give. Washington in 1991 is a good team. As we tell you earlier, you start out, it's kind of all fun and games and giggles and stuff, and then around midterm, the teams start dropping out, and you see who's really doing well. And here we're in almost the end phase. Strawberry is 0 for 1. Strawberry hits this deep to right field, and this one is over the fence and a home run. 392 feet, and Darryl Strawberry has made it 1-0. An 0-1 pitch. He hits it 392 feet. And the New York Mets have a big 1-0 lead. Oh, they need that. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell, and that's going to be high. For ball 4, he'll go to first, the shortstop. Nobody out, 1 on. Here's Gary Carter. This could go to crazy right now. Carter to left field. Running back to get it. It's gone! A home run! And it's 3-0 New York. Hill just has lost it. He's absolutely lost it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And you got to wonder how Detroit is doing and all those other teams. Here's Howard Johnson, 1 for 1 today. So he'll just had 56 pitches. Struck out Howard Johnson. They finally get it out. 3 runs in the first out. Ray Knight, the DH. Knight hitting .269, 4 home runs, 43 RBIs. The pitch, and that's going to be to right field. And underneath they'll make the catch, 2 outs. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. And Mookie Wilson. Wilson, the left fielder. Eric Hilgis. That's going to be a shot to left field and a base hit. So with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Wait till we get soccer going on here. After this, soccer's going to be pretty good. Here's Tim Wonders. We'll take a 3-week break in December. I go home. I'm not going to be thinking of anything but seeing family, and that's deep, and it'll hit the wall. They can't get that 3rd out. Are they going to send them home? Tim Wonders has just got an RBI. It's 4-0. Wonders got a stand-up double. Hilgis is still in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This is incredible. Here's Dykstra. Dykstra, high pop fly to right field, should end it. And he does. We go to the 5th inning. The score, New York 4 and Oakland 0. Scores from out of town. Philadelphia leading Tampa Bay, which is giving Oakland like a thumbs up there. Detroit 2-0 over Houston. Houston is flopping. Detroit in 1984 is leading the Pirates 2-0 in a very big game for them. Anaheim over the Phillies are trying to cement the king seed. The Dodgers of 81 winning. The Pirates at 1960. They had a little bit of a lead, fell down a little bit. Cleveland is losing. They're in a pennant race. Montreal is losing. They're in a pennant race. The 27 Yankees are winning. They're in a pennant race. Baltimore is winning, which means Baltimore is 70, which means the New York Mets are behind Baltimore. So that's a pennant race there. Pittsburgh is 71. Doing a good job here. They are in a little bit of a pennant race. They want to solidify things here with 26 to go. Pittsburgh is 79, 1-0 over Milwaukee. They're trying to struggle and get in. Houston lost. There's a few teams losing, and they're keen on that. Toronto in 1993 will be big. Minnesota's winning 2-1. That's about the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox in 1983. Trying to see how they did. They won 5-1, so Minnesota's got to win. They're starting to pull away. Seattle lost. So here's Terrence Long from Bob Ojeda. This is number 5, inning number 5, and that'll be a shot. And picked up 4-3, 1 out. Oh, what a throw. Wally Bachman to Wonders. 4-0 New York, top of the 5th. Here's Jose Ortiz. And that's going to be to right field. Underneath and making the catch. Two outs, top of the 5th. Here's Johnny Damon. He struck out in the 3rd inning. And Oakland went from promising to nothing getting done here. High pop fly center field. And that'll be 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score New York 4 and Oakland nothing. Bottom of the 5th inning, here's Wally Bachman, 0 for 2. As New York wants to get more on their lead. It's 4-0 now. Bachman, the left field. And underneath, oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. It went right in his glove. And he dropped it. Okay, so it went foul. They're going to count that as foul, even though the image showed it all the way as fair. So let's see what Bachman does. That was an error, so it does show if it is a dropped foul ball. And they walk him, so he gets on an error. Bottom of the 5th inning, New York 4, Oakland nothing. Here's Darryl Strawberry at a solo shot to make it 1-0. Hilgis on the ground, should be 4-6-3, and it is. Two outs, bottom of the 5th. Here's Kevin Mitchell, the shortstop. Mitchell, this will be high, pop fly, center field. This one is deep, and it is gone. Kevin Mitchell has made it 5-0. He has an 11-game hitting streak, and New York is now up 5-0. The Mets team is looking good. They need a win today, and the Mets have lost 3 straight. They got Toronto coming up. Mark Guthrie. Mark Guthrie is now pitching. He's 0-2, 6.33 ERA. And here's Gary Carter. He has a 2-run home run. So Mark Guthrie, and that'll be on the ground. Should be Chavez to Giambi, and they make it. That's going to be the end of 5. We go to the 6th. New York 5, Oakland nothing, with the Toronto Blue Jays on their heels. You got to look for Toronto in that corner if you're a Mets fan. You got Baltimore above, and you got Toronto below. You got birds above, birds below. Miguel Volpone, 2 for 2. It'll be on the ground. Easy, and 1 out. One out, top of the 6th. And Jason Giambi, 1 for 2. That's going to be a strikeout, 2 outs. Two outs now. Eric Chavez at third base. He struck out in the third. On the ground, that'll be Mitchell. And Mitchell throws it over to first. Chavez is gone. Mets have a 5-0 lead. They're just cruising. So Wonders has done wonders. Here's Howard. Howard only hitting 174, but he does have an RBI today. That'll be 1 out. Make it 6-3. 1 out. And here's Ray Knight. Ray Knight is 0 for 2. That'll be to left field. And this time it is caught by Giambi. 2 outs. And Mookie Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 2. On the ground. And they throw to first. He's safe. Mookie Wilson, an infield hit, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 1 on. And Mark Guthrie. That's going to be straight away to center field, and that'll hit the ground. They'll throw it in to third. It'll be first and third. Right now, New York is it is all New York bats. They look like they're going to snap their 3-game losing streak as Mark Guthrie's having trouble. Lenny Dykstra. They walk him, and now the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and this game could get out of hand. Remember, Oakland won yesterday. And this is Wally Bachman, 0 for 2, and it gets by. The catcher will get it. It'll be 6-0. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-0 New York. What a beautiful sunset. Toronto in 93 is losing 1-0. That'll put some separation. This will be on the ground. They'll throw the out, and that'll be it. 6-0. 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Top of the 7th inning. Menachino 0 for 1. And here's Bob Ojeda. Struck him out, 1 out. So Menachino goes down. 1 out. Here's Jeremy Giambi. Minnesota's leading 3-1. That's a big game there. They don't want to go down another one. And that'll be a walk there. So Jeremy Giambi gets on. Jeremy is hitting 6th. Jason is hitting 3rd. Here's Hernandez. 0 for 1. Struck him out. That'll be 2 outs. Bob Ojeda, he can afford to have an oops here and there and still win. Terrence Long, 0 for 2. That'll be on the ground. Should be 6-4, and they get it. That's 3 outs. It is the out-of-town scoreboard. Enjoy. There you see Houston is up big over Detroit. That's going to hurt them. That's going to hurt Detroit. Strawberries 1 for 3, had a solo shot, bottom of the 7th inning.
He struck him out.
And he strikes out 1 out. New York winning 6-0. Very big game. Kevin Mitchell 1 for 2. He has a home run today. That'll be to right field. And it'll hit the ground, a base hit. So Kevin Mitchell, 1 on, 1 out. New pitcher, Luis De Lorraine. Luis De Lorraine. He's 1-0, 2.22 ERA. You know, I bought 2 milkshakes from McDonald's. Ugh. I'll never do that again. Those are the old days. I don't want to do that. Super Bowl tournament, good to see you. Super Bowl tournament, good to see you. Playing first, Tim Wonders. He's not an everyday player, but Tim Wonders is playing first. And Super Bowl tournament, great to see you. Here's Gary Carter, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, and that'll be to center field. And the catch there, 2 outs, as Damon is in the center field. 2 outs, and here's Howard Johnson, 1 for 3. High and deep to left center field, and gone! Howard Johnson came in hitting really bad. And now that's 8-0. He's been incredible. Oakland hasn't had a hit in a while. I don't know when their last hit was, but they've gone a long time without a hit. Here's Ray Knight, 0 for 3. This one is over. It's 8-0 New York. And that'll be a high pop fly center field. They'll get underneath and they'll make it. That's going to be 3 outs. We go to the 8th inning. The score, New York 8 and Oakland nothing. Well, for New York, they got a little bit here, and if Montreal can pull it off, that would be big. That's going to be a strikeout, 1 out now for Oakland. As Jose Ortiz goes down, Ojeda is still in. He has 101 pitches today. With 1 out, nobody on, a pop fly. They're going to run in, and making the catch is Mookie. It's 2 outs. Mark Bellhorn is the pinch hitter. Bob Ojeda is still in. It might give everybody the day off in the bullpen. High and deep, Bellhorn, and that's going to be a catch. 8-0, bottom of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning, here's Mookie, 2 for 3, the left fielder. I mean, a solid day today, and this will be on the ground, easy, 4-3, 1 out. Menachino over to Giambi. 1 out for New York, they're looking good. They're looking solid. That's going to be 2 outs. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning, and here's Lenny.
He struck him out.
And they're just going to go 1, 2, 3. No excitement, everybody leaving here. 3 more outs, and New York is going to keep at least their 1-game lead over Toronto, maybe 2. Giambi, Chavez, and Menachino. Bob Ojeda going for the complete game shutout. And there they go. It's Wonders, and Tim Wonders 1 out. It's what they wanted to do. Here's Eric Chavez, 0 for 3. And high pop fly, center field, and 2 outs, and that'll be it. 8-0 New York, 1 more, and Menachino. He's 0 for 2 today. Ojeda trying to go for the complete game, and he gets it. A complete game, 3-hit shutout. 8-0, and New York, with 26 games to go, has a lead. They have a lead on Toronto in 1993. The question is, how big will it be? A really solid thumping today. They end up splitting the series at 1 game apiece. New York snaps their 3-game losing streak. They were 40 and 30 before that streak, 40 and 33. Now 41 and 33. Bob Ojeda. We'll get to him in a second. For Oakland, Volpone with 2 hits. And Giambi had a hit. Everybody else got donuts. Menachino, Giambi, and Hernandez walked. For New York, Mitchell had 2, Johnson had 2, Wilson 2 wonders with 2. And Bachman's the only donut, but he did walk once. So as you take a look, the 8-0 win, Ojeda the player of the game in 88. He really did well, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. No runs, no earned runs, 3 hits. And Hill just lost. The innings pitched 4 2/3. He did not look good. Guthrie into Lorne. So of all the runs today, 1 was unearned. And that was the one where they had the error in left field. Bob Ojeda, the player of the game, and now we're going to take a look at all the other scores and see where everyone is. The Red Sox beat Seattle, that's big. The Mets stopped the 0-4 Red Sox. The 0-4 Red Sox are trying to come back. Houston snapped their losing streak, beating the Tigers. Bad news for the Tigers. The White Sox won. They're in a pennant race. The Diamondbacks are falling back. The Phillies are now 38 and 36. Tampa Bay is falling back. Detroit has just won 3-0. That's really, really big. Washington loses to LA. Of 1981, they gain closer. Anaheim beat Philadelphia 6-5. And Anaheim is 56 and 18. They want to get that first seed. The 61 Yankees won. The 94 Expos beat the 27 Yankees. 27 Yankees are dipping back. The 60 Pirates won. The Indians lost 5-3. The Orioles won. So the lead is the same. The Blue Jays lost, so they go a game back of that second spot. Another game back. They're 39 and 35. The Pirates is 71. They won. Cincinnati's at 500. Look out. The Brewers beat the 79 Pirates. They're 2 under 500. The Brewers are 37 and 37. They're where they need to be for a comeback. The 80 Astros won. They're looking good. We already had the Mets game. The 66 Dodgers won 7-3. That's what they need, but they're back because of the division they're in. The 17 Astros lost. The Twins drop another one behind. The 87 Blue Jays, they won. The Rangers over the Yankees. The Padres over the Giants. The Reds over the A's. That's an interesting matchup, but both of them are 10 under 500. The Giants won. The A's is 72-1. They're having a bad season. And the 63 Dodgers beat the Marlins in 10 innings. So that's a big loss there. We're going to take a look right now at the standings. The Mike in the Truck League, the Pirates have a 4-game lead over the Dodgers. And the Cincinnati Reds and the Arizona Diamondbacks are only 2 back. Cincinnati 7-3. They've been incredible since the All-Star break. Well, they're 9-9. They were 28 and 28 before, 9-9 after. But they're 7-3 in their last 10. So now they're moving their way up, being very methodical. Don't count out the 98 Yankees, who are only 4 back. We have 26 to go. The Reds and Diamondbacks are down. The Bozeman League, the Astros are beating the Mariners, who are up by 1 over the Astros and 2 over the Pirates for that last spot. The Pirates are dropping losing 3 straight, 3-7 in their last 10, 6-12 since the All-Star break. Post All-Star break, the Seattle Mariners looking good. The Ron Jucka League, the 81 Dodgers, and the 04 Red Sox are all one behind the Tigers. And the Nationals are only 2 up, so that has turned in the Ron Jucka League into a really good series. A really good game. The Bob Stokes League. The Astros are 1, the Phillies are 2. That's never been challenged. The Tigers and the A's now are tied for first. Montreal is a game back. Toronto, Tampa Bay is 2. Toronto is 6, so it's a little too much with 26 to go. The Mets are down by 2, and the Blue Jays now are down by 2 of the Mets. So the Mets are 2 away from the Orioles there. Yeah, Red Sox fan league, the 27 Yankees are down to 3 over the Dodgers. They lost 1. The Brewers are starting to come back. They're only 4 back of the Yankees. I wonder if that's going to be a furious finish. They're 11-7 since the All-Star break. The Angels are 15-3 since the All-Star break. They're 41-15 before, 15-3 after, 31-5 at home. They're incredible. They might be one of the better teams we've seen, but the question is, in the playoffs, you just never know. You never know. Is that hot streak going to keep going? The Pirates of 1991, they're now up 9 games. They lost 1, so they were up 10. It's now 9 with 26 to go. The White Sox, they're waiting to clinch, but you can't get in that mentality. The White Sox are 3 up on the Twins. And the principals picks, the Pirates gain a game on both the Marlins and the Indians. They're up 6 games with 26 remaining. Well, that's going to be it for us today. Check the Facebook page and check everything out. We'd love to see you. Super Bowl Tournament, Legend Sports Tournament, Legend Sports Universe, and Super Bowl Tournament. Great to see you. Really good to see you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And we will see you later. It's pretty good. Have a great day. I'll see you later.